Have you ever like made a mistake? Well, of course you have. We've all made mistakes, but have you ever done something that you regret? You know, done something so bad that you're just like, I can't believe I fucking did that, and it just eats you alive for years on end. Or even if you've ever thought of something like so bad that you regret it, even though you didn't act on it, like when you watch porn, for example, and you're like, ugh, I'm working a minimum wage job right now. Like, I got a beautiful dick. I could totally do this. I could do porn. I should do porn. I'm gonna do porn. And then you come and you're like, well, no, let's think about this for a second. That's probably not a good idea. No, let's not do porn. So you regret that thought. It sounded good in the moment, but you regretted it, right? Or like voting for Joe Biden. You know, that sounds like a pretty regretful decision. Or like that one time you had a threesome with your wife and your best friend while on MDMA. That was an awkward breakfast. Remember that? Or like that one time you were a substitute teacher at a prominently black school, and for class lunch you brought in fried chicken, some watermelon, and some grape soda, and in hindsight it probably wasn't the best idea. You just thought you were doing the right thing because you wanted to just give the kids what they like. If that's what you thought what they liked, it's not racist. It's just a bad decision, you know? Yeah, exactly. Or like that one time you thought about fucking your cousin, your first cousin. Yeah, well, I mean, you thought about it, you didn't do it, but you thought about it, and you feel dirty for thinking about it. You know, and now every time you have Thanksgiving, it's just fucking awkward because you're like, oh, I can't believe I actually, it's the thought that counts, is what I'm saying. The regret. Well, I say all this because we now have an Atlanta elementary school principal who was under fire because she segregated. She segregated her students based on race. Yeah, this radical lunatic who happens to be a principal is segregating her students based on the color of their skin. Yeah, she's segregating her classrooms from blacks and whites. That's fucked, right? Well, yeah, it is. And it was probably a bad decision in hindsight. You know what I mean? It's one of those, you think about it, the next day you're like, that was probably it was a bad decision. And lo and behold, what's going to happen when you racially segregate classrooms? You're going to get some backlash. You're going to have backlash. Now, this is an elementary school, so obviously the kids don't know what the fuck they're even talking about. So they're not the ones freaking out, but the parents are. We have a whole bunch of pissed off parents, baby. I call them pops. P.O.P. Pissed off parents. I mean, can you imagine your kid comes home from school, white or black or Mexican or Hispanic? Mexican, Hispanic, same thing. Chinese, imagine your kid comes home from school and they're like, Mommy, hi. And you're like, what'd you learn today in school? And they're just like, well, nothing. But my teacher made all the black kids go on this side of the room and all the white kids on this side of the room. Could you imagine the reaction as a parent? If your kid told you that your teacher, no, better yet, your principal is segregating classrooms by race, well, that's one of those bad decisions that is going to come back to bite you in the muck-a-fuck-a-do ass. Try not to swear. I mean, the motherfucking ass. It's going to bite you right in the dick and balls and rub them off like a little monkey. Shit. Okay, ooh. It's getting a little too smoky in here. I'm going to set the fire alarm. That wouldn't be good. By the way, those torches are for mosquitoes. Meaning they're for outdoors, not for indoors. But I was trying to improvise, I have no power, so suck my dick. What did you learn, little Billy? Oh, all whites are inherently racist, and blacks are oppressed, and the dominant species. Because whites and blacks are not the same species. We're not the same human beings. We're different. Totally different species. Like, white people are Neanderthals, and black people are the future. Okay, that was a bad joke. I'll admit it. See, one of those things you regret. Bad jokes. I regret a lot. I regret those all the time. Anyways, I'm done yapping. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into this article and find out what's really going on with this racist principal and her segregation laws. Classroom segregation laws. And let's find out what the parents are saying. Or at least one of them. Applejack, hit it. All right, so today's article is brought to us by blackenterprise.com, and it was posted just 13 hours ago. They say Atlanta school principal under fire for racially segregating classrooms, and parents are outraged. An Atlanta elementary school principal segregated its students based on race, and one mom isn't having it. That's right. Keila Posley filed a discrimination complaint with the U.S. Department of Education's Office of Civil Rights after claiming Principal Sharon Briscoe of Mary Lynn Elementary School put a segregation policy in place. Apparently, she thought it was best for all students. Well, just goes to show you that teachers know what's best, right? These principals, these fucking radical lunatics know what's best for your kids because they just do. Posley told local WSB-TV, quote, "We've lost sleep trying to figure out why a person would do this," end quote. She and other attorney Sharice Shields believe that the segregation policy is of a violation of federal law. Of course it is. They say, quote, "The Title VI of the Civil Rights Act of 1964 says that you cannot treat one group of people differently based upon race, and that is what is going on at Mary Lynn," Shields said. The mother protested the policy last year when she found out the school would be putting black students into 2 different classrooms with 2 different teachers and white students into 6 classrooms with 6 different teachers. First, it was just the disbelief that I was having with this conversation in 2020 with a person that looks just like me, a black woman, Posey said. It's segregating classrooms. You cannot segregate classrooms. You can't do it, she said. Posey, who serves as a vice president for a parent-teacher association, first learned about the policy after she contacted Briscoe to request the classroom change for her daughter. She wanted her in a specific class with a specific teacher, but according to Posey, Briscoe told her that that wouldn't work because the teacher's classroom was for black students. Holy fucking shit. I explained to her that she shouldn't be isolated or punished because I'm unwilling to go along with your illegal and unethical practice, Posey said. A fucking man. She said an assistant principal spoke about the policy on record on a recorded call. The administrator confirmed the classroom segregation was Briscoe's idea. She says, quote, "I just wish I had more black kids." What the fuck? She says, "I wish I just had more black kids, and then some of them are in class because of the services that they need," the administrator said. The Atlanta Public School District told WSB-TV in a statement that Atlanta Public Schools does not condone the assigning of students to classrooms based on race. The district conducted a review of the allegations, appropriate actions were taken to address the issue, and the matter was closed. End quote. The district did not disclose how the matters were handled, so Posey wants Principal Briscoe and the administrators fired for allowing the segregation policy to be in place. In the first place, I would assume, this should never have happened, ever. This is too super illegal. The issue is currently under investigation by the U.S. Department of Education, as it should be. Well, I mean, I guess to all of you who think that CRT, critical race theory, is not a real thing, if you think that they're not actually teaching critical race theory in school, I'd like you to think again. Take a step back and take a hard look at what's happening, because it's definitely happening. CRT is being pushed in schools, it's being propagated through society, and it is poisoning your children's ears at a very young age. Can you imagine children, that don't know any better, thinking that it's totally normal to separate the blacks from the whites? What happened to the civil rights? Well, we are going 10 steps backwards, people. This is so fucked up. There's also that one university that has segregated dorms where it's like a safe space for black people. Like, what the fuck? If you make an entire dormitory for one race, that is, it's a little racist. A safe space should be with anybody of any race because, again, as Dr. Martin Luther King said, it's not about the content that you put out on YouTube. It's about, no, that's not what he said. What did he say? He said it's not about the color of your skin, but the content of your character, or something like that. I don't know. I'm not a scholar. Fucking unsubscribe. But in all seriousness, we are taking so many steps backwards. It's not even funny. It's scary. We should never be putting race first. We shouldn't be putting people into fucking categories and different, columns and sections and people with different points of identity. All these woke. I don't want to. I just want to kill myself. Really, is what I want to do. Does anybody have a gun? I have a gun. I'll be right back. Okay, yeah, so I decided that would be a bad idea that I would regret right now, so I'm going to kill myself after the video. Anyway, imagine you're a parent, right? Truly, think about this. And your kid comes home from school and tells you that they are being segregated by race. What would you do? What would be your fucking initial instinctive reaction? What would be your just... I mean, I wouldn't yell at my kid, but I would be like, what the fuck? Are you joking? I would think my kid was joking. And then when I realized he wasn't joking, he or she, because there's only he or she, I would go to the principal. I would close the door behind me at the school. I'd lock the principal's door, and the principal would be like, what the fuck are you doing? I'd be like, well, I'm just locking the door. Well, why are you locking the door? Well, because I'm going to kill you right now. So that's why. I'm joking. I have never even killed a fly. That's a lie. I've killed plenty of flies, but I've never killed a human being, and I never would. I just say it to make a point, which is really morbid and fucked up if you think about it. So maybe saying shit like that is something I'll regret tomorrow. You know what? Fuck it. Everything I say on this channel, I regret. Basically, yeah. Everything I say, I regret. I regret not wearing gloves right now. Because people think I'm white, but I'm not. It's just because the light is so bright, it makes me look white. But I'm tan. I'm Middle Eastern. So suck my dick! Anyways, with that said, that's really all I had to say on the topic. So thank you so goddamn much for tuning in. I do appreciate you. I appreciate the view. And until next time, don't you dare forget to pull out. That is POO motherfucking L. And as always, make sure to like, share, subscribe, comment, hit the notification bell, go to my merch store at DarthNews.com or my fucking Patreon at www.patreon.com/DarthNews. Yep, every dollar helps me get a little bit further away from becoming a homosexual. That was not a homophobic joke. Yeah, it was one of those bad jokes. I regret it. I instantly regret it. I don't even have to think about it. I already regret saying it. I'm not a homophobe. I suck dick every day. My own dick, because I'm really flexible. And it feels good. I can do it better than anybody. Even better than Oscar. Ooh, I regret saying that. The links to Patreon and the merch store are in the description below. Please feel free to get down and dirty, baby. I'll see you later. Hey, don't forget it. Your Darth fucking news. That was one of those. I'm Rick fucking Dalton. I'm trying to be all Tarantino with it, and it's not working.
The first time I ever hooked up with anyone was with the girl.
It was a girl.
2 of them.
And did you go past first base?
Yeah.
Oh, Miley's like, of course. Oh my God, absolutely. Okay, and then when did you hook up with a guy?
I hooked up with, well, I didn't go all the way with the dude. I was 16.
Okay, for my next act, I will impersonate a smoke detector. Okay.